I was at that point in my life where I was in a deep grief, feeling this loss chronically and was feeling that feeling of abandonment. And then that has led to clinical depression. And along with that, I had some passionate commitments. So I had decided to stay with the situations. And I realized I was suffering because of the ignorance, not understanding. I was still in that mode of blame and claim. And as SIR's 40 Days First Day flagship program completely, kind of lifted that veil of illusion, where we know a lot of things, but how do you go from knowing to doing? And of course, doing daily practice of meditation, staying with all the masters, I kept coming forward with all the questions, and constant guidance truly changed my perception, helped me to let go of my limited beliefs. I am so much more, all my relationships, I no more even say relationships, it's more of deeper connection within myself. Once I realized that if I am the creator of this universe, like my own reality, then I'm the one who's creating. That awareness came, that knowledge came, that increased sense of worth. Every day, I wake up, I was always courageous, always creative, always compassionate. But I realized the difference between courageous and empowerment. Now I feel I'm more empowered. I'm not suffering anymore. I'm able to understand others' perception and accept it in true sense. So much of it, my depression lifted. I don't take any medications. My relationship at work, I feel I have so much to look forward to. I always ask myself at the end of the day, am I a co-creator of my life? What is it that I'm creating today? Or what is it that I can do tomorrow? So all those knowledge was not there before.
Namaste. Happy morning, afternoon, and great evening to all masters joining from across the world. Hearty welcome to you all to day 8 of Presence program. It was great to see Sonal Doshi ma'am's video. Meditation brings true empowerment. With that, without any delay, let's get into more meditation and wisdom today again with our master, Chandra Pulmarisati sir. Welcome you to session, sir, and over to you.
Happy morning, dear friends and masters. Great afternoon and evening. If you want to be a successful movie star, what all things you need? We need health, all right. Of course, we want to be selected. We want to have success in our movies so that we get one more project. Because many of them, on average, in their lifetime, do a few projects only. Each project goes on for a year, 2 years, sometimes 3 years. See, the number of projects you do is very less. So everything has to be very successful. And because you do few, you need a lot of satisfaction. Look for right roles. Something very meaningful. Many of them, the true star, always looking for meaningful roles. In many cases, they also need youthfulness, beauty. In some cases, to increase the level of looks and then beauty, there is always some kind of medical interventions that are taken. But then meditation is providing all of these without any medical interventions. Yesterday we learned health is maintained greatly. Growth and meaning we'll talk about next week and week after that. But then youthfulness, longevity and youthfulness is also naturally given through meditation because it's just keeping keeping the body work great. And so the body is working great, automatically the youthfulness, the natural glow, natural beauty for anyone, arresting the aging for anyone is done if they sincere and seriously practice meditation. Sincere practice automatically is helping the cells regenerate naturally. Our body cells, natural regeneration is required. Cell duplication is required. Every time a cell is dying, another cell needs to come and then fill that role. So cells duplicate in every organ. And the research they've noticed for long-term meditators, the cell duplication, rather than slowly over a period of time, rather than reducing, the rate of cell duplication is reducing. They've noticed the cell duplication is maintained even though they age. So which means then, for example, neurons in the brain continue to stay the same level of quantity. They don't reduce. That means then your memory can continue to stay very well. Your ability to do things can continue to happen very well as you continue life. Which means your skin can continue to look good rather than becoming more and more wrinkled, losing the charm, losing the sheen, the glow and everything. Instead, continue to look good because the cells are duplicating, the skin cells are happening. Then there is a lot of research and theory about what constitutes all of this. And then they talk about something called telomeres, one of the specific genes that is there. Not genes, it is a part of the cell complex, which seemed to be the cause for cell duplication. In studies, they've noticed for long-term meditators, that part seems to be preserved pretty well for longer duration, for longer and longer. The area of the cell that is responsible for duplication of the cell is not diminishing in size over a period of time as one ages. And for meditators, and for there are many other things, those who are generally keep themselves very happy throughout, for them it seems to stay longer. It seems to be preserved, and so then the body's ability to duplicate is happening. This is from research. There is a Nobel Prize laureate who has written a book on this, the telomerase effect, the book name. And one of the reasons why the telomerase is maintained is because of meditation. They quite actively proposed by her is meditation, is one of the reasons why one can stay longer, go longer in life. How many here feel they're becoming youthful, younger looking? Stress is aging us. There's a stat that United States President office, whoever goes, they age by 5 years when they spend 5 years. That means they actually come out of the office 10 years in age over. Because that much of stress one takes in the high offices. Imagine if we are doing a small family and then there is so much going on. And if you have to truly, if somebody who truly wants to serve and at that level, how many problems are there to handle? First of all, the types of diversity of challenges, and then the number of challenges. By no means one can say that any amount of time will be sufficient. If you are a sincere leader who wants to serve, then sure enough, that can happen. So the stat is that they by the time they finish their office 4 or 5 years later, they aged double. Age double means, just shows up in your face and body. So that's why sometimes you see some people may be having less age, but already aged is because too much stress. The face looks that way, the body looks that way. Too much stressed, what to do? But it's never too late. With meditation, one can rest because yesterday we learned when stress is removed, of course, then body is perfectly working. And so it produces cells properly. Skin gets better. Cell duplication happens. Antioxidants, when we eat fruits, you get something that gives the antioxidants, which are there to help cells not generally die away. And so the antioxidants are there to give stability to the cell structure. And so some of them, before they prematurely dying, they are able to stay together, which comes from fruit, which also gives a glowy effect, particularly when it comes to skin, but otherwise antioxidants are helping the cells to not destabilize themselves. And meditation is proven to generate plenty of those internally. This body, now the discovery is that the biggest pharmaceutical machine means what? Means this body is producing the maximum number of chemicals, compounded chemicals, which is what a typical pharmaceutical company makes to make medication. They'll make one, they'll make two, they'll make 10, they'll make 100, they'll make maybe 1,000. But this body produces maximum number of chemicals. You name it, the chemical is there, everything is there in the body, it gets produced. Everything is necessary is there for it to heal itself, provided we allow it to happen. Allowing to happen is to remove unwanted interference in its body's functioning through an unwanted thought. And then go further to the next level to maintain a great sense of well-being, aligned to a purpose. When you're aligned to a purpose, you're motivated, inspired to do something without necessarily feeling hopeless and helpless. And so when you are doing something that we truly care about, ultimately we lift ourselves into a nice emotion, good emotion, and so then the body follows in whatever best way is necessary for us to be in that action. It follows, and then slowly it improves its ability to support. The more we dream of and align to what we need to do. So the question then, dear friends, is all about that. Is to stop interfering or removing unwanted thought and then go truly towards what are our passionate desires, what is that thing that is meaningful to me. And meditation surely and steadily is helping us to get towards it. To a point, when you wake up, you're in your purpose. You're doing what is necessary for you that day. So there's no more questions about, I should have done that, could have done that, why I'm not doing it. This is not coming to me, that's not happening to me. All of those do not happen. So youthfulness and longevity is beautifully maintained for long-term meditators. That means as long as we have purpose to go, then we continue to be in this body. It's that simple. It's not about me continuing to extend my life by hooking onto many tubes and this and that. It doesn't make sense. Once you have an increased understanding, that no longer makes sense, even if you have millions of dollars. We'll understand more of those as we go along in this program. Let's go into the practice, dear friends. We have some guests who will share their experiences today post-meditation. We're practicing breath meditation. Our goal is to rest the mind and be in the state of restfulness. Resting the mind means lowering the thoughts in the mind and slowly go into emptier and emptier states. Lowering the thoughts of the mind and then be in that emptier states of the mind. We do this by observing our natural breath with our eyes closed. As you see in the picture, you close your eyes and observe your normal natural breath. Fingers into fingers, hands in your lap. Cross your feet at ankle. And resting your attention on the nose, preferably in the middle of the eyebrows. Observe that natural breath the way it is, without having any pictures in your mind, no visualizations, no sounds in the mouth, no chanting, just the breath, that's it. And also natural breath, no manipulation of the breath. That means do not control the breath, no pranayama here. Just simply observe the breath the way you have it. And slowly, it automatically brings your thoughts lesser and lesser, go into emptier state slowly, and be in that state of emptiness. In case you have thought, go back to observing the breath again, and again start the process all over. This is called breath meditation. And before we do that, we do a process called heart elevation to bring us into a great coherence and take us into a very conducive meditative state called alpha, for the breath meditation to be deeper. So just follow my guidance for this practice, dear friends. Relax yourself. We do this for a few minutes and then we go into breath meditation. Relax yourself, dear friend. Relax your body. Dear friends, dear masters, with your specs removed, eyes closed, keep your hands on your chest area. Rest your attention on your sacred heart. Can you feel your beautiful heart? feel. The seat of all emotions. Connect with your heart center with a relaxing breath. Feel it, dear friends. The center of all emotions, nurturing all life. With its energies of love, compassion, gratitude, kindness. Can you imagine and dream of an experience that fills your heart center with higher emotions of love, of gratitude, of adventure? And feel that energy, that emotion. Come on, dear friends. You connect with your heart center. Feel that emotions of love, adventure, gratitude from your past or from the vision of your future, simply with your imagination of the present. Feel that emotion. And elevate yourself the more you are in love. More you are in this adventure, in gratitude, a kindness. The more you move yourself to be in coherence with everything and everyone, dear friends. Feel, relive that moment. And allow yourself to share that energy with those in need on this planet, to everyone and everything, to help them heal, to help them increase their understanding of life. To know the truth that we are one. We are interconnected. Feel. Relive that moment. And slowly, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation. With your fingers into fingers, hands comfortably rested in your lap. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. We are in this powerful group meditation. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to merge into this greater emptiness, your divine consciousness. Allow yourself to merge into that emptiness. That state of no body, of no thing. That's energy. The quantum field of energy, the field of nothingness, where everything originates. The field of eternity, the field of expansion, the field of bliss. The longer you stay connected to this emptiness, that light, the more eternal you become, the more expansive you are in your thought, the more blissful you are. Allow yourself to merge into that field of nothingness. The field of your divine intelligence. The more you are with it, the more you experience everythingness, everyone and everything. Friends, it's truly an honor, a privilege to be experiencing this life at this time. Many are not so blessed. Express gratitude to all things and everyone. Your gratitude to this consciousness, this field. Gratitude to your body, gratitude to yourself, to your parents, your teachers, your mentors, to everyone in your life. Gratitude to all the nature, the plant, the mineral, the animals, that angelic kingdom, everybody. Gratitude to all the technology, everything that we've created, the system, the institute, the companies, the governments. To yourself, gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. Relax your body. Recollect your experiences from the session. And whenever you're ready, with your hands over eyes for 5 seconds, may open your eyes. Okay, dear friends, hope you enjoy the session. Please do write what you experienced in the chat. You can make the chat to everyone. So we are inviting guest speakers who are meditators who've been having this practice for a long time on Tuesdays. Sometimes we have a guest master coming in. So let's listen to these masters today. Our self-interest is separating us from our unity. Yes. We'll get to an understanding slowly. That's good enough. Having that understanding or just a thought of it is good enough for us to move and take an appropriate action. Somebody wrote in the chat. Someone said, I cannot feel my body below my neck. Big Om was seen, blue light with big Om. Head is shaking during the time of emptiness, very relaxed. Beautiful. Sometimes my head becomes heavy. Sometimes I cannot feel anything. Is it okay? Absolutely okay. That's the whole idea. 1, 2, 3. Day 3. Please go back and listen to day 3 to understand the experiences that come out of meditation and how to know more about them. Day 3 recording. Someone who has joined later or who joined but then probably didn't pay attention that day to go back. And most certainly, I would encourage you to do 1, 2, 3. Just going over. And also the concepts of emptiness I spoke about elaborately on day 7, Sunday, I think. These will help to go deeper into our meditation practices and be able to allow the experience to happen without any worry and judgment. Okay. People said, I'm not able to control thought. Neither do I can control thought. I can tell you that much. Nobody can control thought. And so they will be there. Do not control thought. Instead, observe the breath. Observe the breath. Thoughts may go, may not go. It's okay, but observe the breath. Can we do that? An instruction to observe the breath, can we do? And if the answer to you is yes, that's all, then hold on to it. Thoughts come, go, that's their job. They will do something what is necessary. But you observe the breath, and emptying of the mind may happen. Let me use the word then. May happen, may not happen. Don't bother about it. Continue to observe the breath when thoughts are there. If you think you can do it, then you will master meditation. If you are worried about thought, you will never master meditation. I know where it's coming from, because the initial instruction is meditation is to empty the mind, rest the mind. That's what we stick on to and say, oh, now I have to empty the mind. No, I think I should change the instruction and say meditation is to observe the breath to begin with. And then slowly breath is gone. As we lose track of the breath, then we are in a state which is called empty state. Now suddenly thoughts can come, then again latch onto the breath, right? Okay. Thank you for sharing many of those. When you're sharing, make sure you change the setting to everyone instead of host and panelists, because many of your writing was only going to a few, 4 or 5 of us, nobody else, right? I don't feel like getting out of this state. Vibrations are felt in the hands and body. Yes, you don't want to come out of it. I was not in a position to open my fingers, experience the complete wholeness all along. Thank you, Nabinji. Yes, Shirisha.
Thank you for that wonderful meditation, sir. Let me take this opportunity to invite our first guest speaker for today, Mr. Santosh Kulkarni, sir. Santosh Kulkarni ji is an engineer in the semiconductor industry. He finds joy in reading, writing, travel, and photography. He has been meditating since 2021 and associated with Buddha CU Quantum Foundation since last year. Inspired by Chandra sir's teaching, he now integrates mindfulness into life and growth. We're very glad to have you, sir. Welcome, and over to you. Sir, you're on mute.
You're not able to unmute.
Oh, yeah. Namaste, friends and masters. It is a great opportunity and a blissful moment for me to be a part of group meditation led by Chandra sir. And it is so happy to see everyone come together and meditate early in the morning, for those of you who are in India, and for those in the West, I think meditating just probably towards the end of your day. And it's a very blissful moment for me to be a part of this. I want to thank Chandra sir and the other masters for giving me this opportunity to share my experience. I'll talk a little bit about my journey that led me to the phase wherein I'm able to inculcate meditation in as a daily practice. I think, like everyone in life's journey, I think I have been through a lot of ups and downs in my life. I've had moments of triumph and moments wherein I felt down. Um, some of these experiences passed very easily, while others stayed back and tested my patience. There were moments, days when I felt very strong and grounded, others when I felt very, very lost questioning my life and even the purpose of living my life. In those moments, I tried to search for answers through reading, learning, or searching, or externally trying to validate myself. And I realized I was getting restless from within. And even though I found some solutions, I realized that the challenges kept returning back to me, and my old reactions of frustration and self blame would continue. I think in the pursuit of finding myself and finding answers to some of those, I started meditating in about late 2021. I had my first master from Rishikesh, and under my guru's guidance, I learned the art of pranayam and calming my mind and observing my thoughts. Um, while those moments brought glimpses of peace to me, I think my experience wasn't consistent. I still felt something was missing, and at times my past patterns would resurface, pulling me back into the same emotional loop that I wanted to let go of. And uh, I continued to explore this path, and I attended some more courses and met some more masters. Now, all those experiences which I went through and I continued to practice, they were very valuable. They gave me tools and ignited my curiosity. And while I went down to my inner state at times, my practice did not remain consistent. And the moments when I felt alive wasn't there when I felt I needed it the most. Right? This exploration led me to Pyramid Valley and Buddha CEO. And as I joined some of these sessions, I observed that just by simply being myself, just by observing my breath without having any technique or effort, just by being, I felt an inner joy and lightness that I had not seen on a regular basis. And I felt a silence within me, and the silence wasn't empty, it felt alive to me. It felt like returning home. In order to explore this further at a deeper level, I continued to attend sessions online. I visited Pyramid Valley, and I knew that I wanted to be a part of it in a way that I can imbibe and share this with others. I undertook the coach program under Buddha CEO and Chandra sir, and I realized how much I was living my life on the surface, reacting to circumstances, carrying emotional baggage from past, and allowing my old self to shape my present and whatever happens in future. Uh, Continuing my journey in Buddha CEO, I began to see that process reverse in me. I started to witness rather than react, and respond rather than resist anything that came into my life. Uh, it did not mean I didn't have challenges, but no matter what came towards me, I was able to learn from it, identify if any of my old patterns return to me. Today, I see meditation not as a practice, but just as a way of living, returning to my natural state of awareness. It became a bridge between my inner self and my outer reality. It just taught me who I am. And I realized that my outer world was just mirroring my inner feelings and my inner being. Previously, in any conversation that I had with anyone, whether it be a regular conversation or an argument in any manner, right? The more I practiced heart elevation, connectivity to others, right? I started to view everyone as a soul, as a pure being. And as we spread that energy, as we learn in heart elevation, that we spread the energy to everyone all over the world, right? I started to feel that when I was talking to others. So it was no longer about reacting to what they were saying. I was open to listening to people and just being with them, right? And I realized that the more courageous and confident and loving my thoughts became, and the more joyous my life experiences became. And it just went back to how my outer world was just mirroring my inner self, actually. Uh, I also want to share one profound impact that I had just a couple of months ago, and this happened in my organization. So I work for a semiconductor company, and we do work on chipsets that go into mobiles and laptops and desktops that we work on and use every day. And I was leading one of the team. I was leading multiple teams in order to enable one of those chipsets, and this activity happens regularly once in a year or so. And I was leading the project. And the schedule fell right during one of my earlier beginning coach program. My schedule was extremely hectic that I would start early in the morning and then stay till evening, and I would be awake almost till 1:30 in the night. And in the morning, I would just get up, meditate, and go to office. This was pretty much my schedule for about a month and a half. And previously, during such a work schedule, right? I think my life would be led by stress, not being present at moments. Now, in this case, I'm the one leading the entire project and have to ensure success along the way. And I can attest to that my energy levels have been at profound level, helping me manage everything throughout the day. I felt that I was connected to the field whenever I needed, right? Um, there were times when these schedules are very, very stringent as I'm working across geography, working across foundries to receive material, working in lab, working with management to ensure success of the program. And I saw that my schedules were shifting, so just so that I could accommodate my sessions in the morning, not only in the morning, even in the evening when I was going to present as a part of my program. I saw schedules shift to accommodate whatever I wanted to do. And this is something that I've not experienced in the past. A surge of energy that I've never felt. Otherwise, there would be no way that I would have managed anything like this in the past, which would span across a month and a half, and with my hectic schedule. Um, Along with this, in my day-to-day life, I truly understand what it is to accept moments as they happen. Um, Surrendering to the moment as they happen has become a lot more easier for me. I also feel that there is an innate need in myself that I would want to help others and look at service as a seva bhav and spread this knowledge. I feel a connection to not only my close friends or relatives, anyone whom I meet, I feel respect of their existence and feel a connectivity. I have a much better way that I look at my purpose and clarity within my life. And no matter what comes my way, I think I'm at a state wherein I'm okay with it. And I'm not looking for a particular outcome in itself. And I take life as it is. I think one of the teachings in Buddha CEO also imbibed or rebought reading books within me. Now, I'm used to reading books from an early age, though from the time I started taking sessions by Chandra Sir and Buddha CEO, right? I think at the level at which I am able to read and apply some of those teachings have exponentially grown. I typically keep about 6 to 8 books ready by my side in order to read lesson by lesson or chapter wise. And Some of those books I think that have had a profound impact on me are from Dr. Joe Dispenza. I think being supernatural and breaking the habit of being yourself have taught me to look at my own emotions and how my energy influences my biology and how I'm impacting my inner world and shaping my outer reality. I would highly recommend this book in helping yourself to change your emotional state, and it has helped me access deeper level of consciousness within me. uh, just one more, just an example. So another book that I truly felt touched by was Living with Himalayan Masters by Swami Rama. It's a very interesting story about Swami Rama exploring his journey. And I remember I had added this book in my Amazon cart, and but I had not bought it. And I was passing through a book fair one day in Bangalore, and I happened to stop by browsing through books, and I happened to come across this book, and a book that was costing about 450 in Amazon. I think I bought for 99 in a good condition. This happened in a span of 2 weeks. I kept it in my cart, and it just appeared for me, and a very excellent book by Swami Ramaji, and a very profound teaching when he experiences what he experiences, he shares with the rest of the world. I think along with that, there have been numerous books recommended, and I think all of them continue to teach me in many ways and give me lessons that I would not have thought of. Um, I think with that, I also want to say that I now feel an innate need within myself to go and spread this word. So along with the volunteering experiences that I'm currently doing with Buddha CEO, I've gone ahead and we have started, me along with few more coaches have started teaching meditation to our friends and family. And this has just started over last week. So we're taking online sessions for our friends and family. Along with that, I also had a conversation within my office to go and teach my team. And I think people are very open and forthcoming. And this is something that I will begin soon. This has also led me to explore what other areas that I can go and touch externally. One area where,
Thank you, Santosh Shiv. Thank you.
thank you, sir. Thank you
We
for
have
giving me the opportunity.
we have one more minute.
Sure.
But amazing. There are many things going on, so that you touch practically every area. So thank you very much for
Thank you, sir.
taking up this time to teach, to share everything that you have so quickly. Really wonderful.
Thank
Hmm?
you.
Really wonderful. So much of change can happen in a year. Unimaginable change. Yes, Sirisha, introduce Renika madam.
Thank you, sir. It was wonderful listening to you. Let me invite our next speaker, Ms. Renuka ji. Ms. Renuka is a senior analytics manager at Pure Storage. She is a suicide loss survivor, a mental health advocate, and a meditation practitioner. Through healing, art, and writing, she inspires others towards compassion and hope, sharing her journey on her blog, renuzone.wordpress.com. We're glad to have you, ma'am. Over to you.
Thank you, Shirisha. Thank you, sir. Very good morning, everyone. I've been meditating regularly since COVID. The year that turned out to be morbid for rest of the world, ironically became very healing for me and my family, thanks to the long meditations that I was embracing then. As I started meditating more, I was opening different ways to heal. It was not just about healing from my past, but there were other ways of healing that I discovered as I started meditating. I started painting, I started writing more. I started becoming more regular with my Toastmasters, found another avenue to express myself, and a lot more things happened. I felt it was just a coincidence, but as I'm getting involved with Buddha CEO and last 1 year, I've been very regular with my long meditations here, Anapanasati. I've come to realize that whatever good has been happening in my life since COVID, it's because I've been clearing my energy through meditation and opening myself up to new possibilities. Joe Dispenza mentions this over and over again in many of his books, in his podcasts, that when you believe in something very strongly, you can actually make that possibility come true. It's what you observe that ends up happening. And I guess my way of healing through bird photography or art or public speaking is my way of observing those possibilities and making them a reality. While this may seem very scientific, so as to speak, or very technical, as you start practicing more, I think you will start manifesting a lot of good things in your life, the things that you want to do. And you will one day live the reality that Joe Dispenza talks about in his books. And I'm very grateful to Buddha CEO for making me get back to reading, of course. Like I've always been reading, but not self help books as much. But I have always listened to podcasts by Louis Hay, Wayne Dyer, and Joe Dispenza. And when I started off in Buddha CEO, like one of these 40-day online meditation programs last year, the first thing that was told was start reading a lot of books. And the kind of books that were suggested were by Louis Hay, Joe Dispenza, Dawson Church, like the masters that I'd been following even before my association with Buddha CU. So that gave me the belief that whatever is being taught here is scientific and believable and practicable. So that's when I started making it a regular practice to listen to Buddha CEO YouTube videos and do the meditations from the Buddha CEO YouTube meditations, even when I was actively taking part in any of the classes. Of late, my like a lot of things, positive things have happened. I've been able to serve a lot more people than before through my passion in bird photography or art. Like I'm conducting classes for children on making them more nature observers, or in Toastmasters as a volunteer leader, I'm able to conduct sessions on how to overcome your fears of public speaking and how to be a better speaker, how to be yourself on the stage, more importantly. And yes, the meditation practices are helping me be more authentic everywhere, wherever I go, be it in my office or be it in the stages, be it as a volunteer when I'm teaching the kids, or anywhere. Wherever I go, I'm not hesitant to take my flawed self with me. Earlier, I used to not want to talk as much because I used to think if I open my mouth, people will think that I'm dumb, or used to have a lot of self doubts. All of them are going away. More than that, I'm starting to love myself more and more. Yes, one remarkable thing happened. This is how it started actually, my healing. So, when I was doing meditations, I had like a lot of physical ailments. I was overweight, like super obese, and I had like a lot of nerve issues. So, that's how like it started with physical healing, and then the healing layers started opening up in many ways. And I'm sure there are so many other possibilities waiting for me to explore. Like, uh, since I lost weight, I've become more confident about myself, yes, but it's not just the weight loss that led to the confidence. I think the confidence happened because of a lot of things, and meditation plays a very, very important role in that. And thank you, Chandra sir, for giving me this opportunity to talk about it and for conducting a lot of these sessions and for making it free and available for so many people. Thank you so much. And thank you for also introducing me to the magic of pyramid energy. So, those of you who have just joined, I think we haven't come to pyramid yet. So, please wait for the session where we would talk. Chandra sir would be talking in length about pyramid energy and how divine and healing and magical it is. It has helped me a lot. Like, my house is filled with pyramids now. I'm a regular visitor to Pyramid Valley International. I'm one of the volunteers there. I help children look at nature more through birds. Yes, sir, it's been like amazing, and I'm really looking forward to continuing this journey with meditation, Buddha CEO with Pyramid Valley. Thank you.
Thank you, Renika madam. What is suicide's lost survivor?
Yes, sir. So, the person who is left behind after the suicide of a loved one is a suicide loss survivor. When I was 19, I had a breakup with my ex-boyfriend who was not who could have used help from meditation and stuff, but unfortunately, he did not get a lot of help at that time. And he was mentally distressed, and the breakup added to his distress, and then he passed away due to suicide. And as a suicide loss survivor, I've been through a lot. Like the entire society blamed me, and they did not realize that I was just a kid that time. But to them, it felt like I would have driven him to suicide. I was the reason why that person is no longer with us. And yes, it was not a easy time, easy phase to live through, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Joe Dispenza keeps telling this in all his podcasts. He interviews a lot of people who has been through a lot of things, and every one of them, after they go through their meditation journey, they say that I know why my life unfolded the way it unfolded, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So similarly, I would also say that I know I have went through a lot in my past. Like my 19-year-old self went through a lot. Like I almost discontinued my college. I did not have friends for many months. Nobody was willing to speak to me. People were calling me names, and it wasn't easy to go through those days. But today, I would look back and still say that I wouldn't have it any other way because it is by going through that hard phase. I wanted to learn more about why it happened to me, how to deal with the pain, and that's how I started embracing meditation as a practice. And that's how I learned so much more about my life, about my circumstances, about that person, about why he was the way he was. And today, when I talk about it in a lot of platforms, including Humans of Mumbai, I'm doing it from that position of empowerment and not from that position of self pity or blaming or the society or shaming the society for what it put me through, but instead from the point of awareness and understanding of why it happened or what it happened or what we can do about it. Many people read my blog and listen to my podcasts and the sharings on Humans of Bombay, and they come back to me and say, I have a friend who is a suicide loss survivor, and today I look at him or her with more kindness and compassion than before. Earlier, I used to judge them. Now, I don't judge them anymore. So I think this is making the world a little bit more kinder place, one person at a time. And the ripple effects are happening. We are already seeing it happen. And I'm very grateful that I'm in a position where I can share about my story without worrying about being judged or without worrying about my family taking it in any other way. So, yes, sir. Sorry for that
Where,
long
where, where,
answer.
where did the strength come from that without being worried about being judged?
Yes, sir. So this was the long meditations, the strength that I got from long meditation. So whenever I used to do the long meditations, I used to get answers. Like once I was reading Mitch Albom's book. Like it's not like Joe Dispenza's book. It's more of a fiction, but still spiritual. It was called The Last Phone Call from Heaven. And in that, there is a fictional village where people get phone calls from their loved ones who passed away. When I was reading that book, I didn't think much, but when I was doing my meditation and I was thinking, how come I did not get one phone call from my ex boyfriend? I deserve an apology from him. Then immediately I thought maybe he is not in heaven. He would have gone to hell for all the abuses he had put me through and all the aftermath that I had to face. But immediately I got an answer from him in his own words. He said, "No, I am in heaven, and the only reason I'm in heaven is because you loved me unconditionally, and that was enough for me to get to heaven. So please go ahead and share your stories with everyone. It'll help someone." And this answer gave me a lot of strength and courage. And since then, I would say there has been no looking back. Yes, initially, my friends and my relatives and my parents did feel like I'm putting myself out there too much and may invite trouble. But no, I haven't invited any trouble of any sort. The only things that I've invited is like a lot more people opening up and telling that my story has helped them heal. Like whether or not they're suicide loss survivors, they were like, looking at you, I feel a little bit more courageous about how to approach life, or little bit uh, like I feel like I can face it, like no matter what, like, and be happy. So
How
yes.
non-judgmental have you become about the people who blamed you or the person who left you?
No, I don't have any resentment towards them at all. Like if you had asked me even like 6, 7 years back, right? Like, or even in 2020, if you had asked me about them, I would have boiled in anger. I would have like probably even shed a lot of tears, like of self-pity, and I would have said, they treated me so badly. I wish I could go back to them and ask them questions like, look at how far I've come. You guys, like, deserted me, but look at me, I've grown over and beyond you. And I would have, like, said a lot of negative things. But today I understand, like, what they did was because of ignorance more than anything else. And I don't have any resentment towards them. If at all, like, I have the opportunity to go back to my past, I would only tell my younger self to hold on, to hang in there, and be just extend compassion towards her. But I wouldn't want to change anything. Like I wouldn't want to prove anyone wrong. Like I hope I'll be able to write a book soon on my healing journey. Like the kind of messages that I've gotten, they've been very overwhelming with love. And I hope I can write a book. Like I'll dedicate one entire chapter to pyramid energy when I do that, and pass on my healing stories, just in the hope that it can spread a little bit more kindness and compassion.
Thank you. There's a meditation and the wisdom that gives the strength, the clarity. Then they come into experiences. There is always a cause and effect. You know that. For every cause, there is an effect. So when we have an effect today, there is a cause for it in the past. So there is that side, there are two sides of the coin. One is ignorance from the other side and a cause from our side. Both are there playing, you know this. And this is understanding we come to in meditation. That there is ignorance that is happening from the one side, and then there's a cause from our side. And so both are coming and simultaneously dissolving our causes and potentially removing the wheels from the other people who are in ignorance, which get into more effects in future, and so then they also have an opportunity to know, right? This is a cycle. So thank you for sharing, dear friends. The thing is, when somebody lost huge money in a business, we blame that person, saying that it's you who put us into this trouble. That family, other friends, other colleagues, are employees who come to join that company by their own accord, their own thing, but then they tend to blame, saying that nobody want to take ownership of themselves. And then it's easy in the current society when there's a breakup happening, and generally, in general, the blame goes on to women. Or, okay, so even if it is blatantly there, and the blame goes on to men. So there's a blame game that's going on, as opposed to looking at it and saying introspection. On both sides, the blame game is going on both sides. The introspection, to step back and have the ability to understand a big picture in a situation and say, how does it help me? And so that I can get a better person. The other side, if they introspect, of course, then you become more better people. While law of the land will take its course, there's always there. What is right, not right, always something. I'm not saying that no, you leave people who have done some things, but then the law of the land takes its course. And appropriately, and always if you believe that you are empowered with the truth, that nothing can touch you, if something is touching you because there is something out there, that understanding must come. Renikaji, you've come a long way in being able to simply talk about it. I can imagine how much blame that goes on, particularly being a girl at that age. And then so people talking about all kinds of things without necessarily even knowing and bother to know what is there inside. What is there? What is the real cause? Nobody even wants to bother. Just simply want to just go and then talk about it. The generalization trap they all get to easily and then go about saying, oh, this person said that said must be true, so let me also say something. So first thing meditation is teaching dear friends is to just only become more and more impeccable with our understanding and then with our speech. If it's not truth, we have no place to even talk about it. If it is not useful, we have not even bothered to talk about it. And so then we do our own homework. And then most importantly, this whole judgment goes away and starts saying, what is in it for me to learn? So wonderful. So continue to do your good work. I'm sure it's going to help many, many, many who are getting blamed for no reason. Even if something is on their side, I think past is past. Things happen. How does it? We have to be able to come out. We're not a perfect human being. If you're perfect, then we don't have to be in the earth plane. We don't go to schools and colleges to if we are very perfect, because only to learn we go, and we're here to learn. And so then things happen from which we learn as opposed to get stuck there. Okay, dear friends. So thank you, Renika madam, and thank you, Santoshji, for this sharing. We will meet again tomorrow. And every master who shares can be reached out, can be contacted. And you work through your facilitator in case you need to know about them and you want to interact with them, because there's always some connection to us. When someone shares, there is a story that resonates inside of us in one way or the other. Right, friends? That's the reason we are here having people share their experience. So that relates to us at some level and we can heal that, or we can take inspiration from it. Right, friends? So thank you all. Sirish, any announcements?
No, sir, there are no announcements, but I feel truly grateful for being here and listening to two inspiring stories. Thank you so much for your time, all of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 'Cause I'm so grateful. So grateful. Oh, grateful. I'm so grateful. So I want to say thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day.
Do you have any questions to answer in the chat?
Yes,
Or
sir.
anybody would like to share from what you heard today or otherwise from your experience of meditation? Yes.
There's only one question in the Q&A section, which seemed already answered, but I'm not feeling thoughtlessness. How to do while meditating? I'm having full of thoughts.
Yes. Thoughtlessness can happen, may happen, and is always happening. Can happen, may happen from your perception perspective, but thoughtlessness is always happening even for tiny, tiny moments. Let's say microseconds. It happens, it goes, which we cannot catch, we cannot understand, recognize it. So what helps is to not bother about thoughtlessness and so only about the process, and the technique is to observe the breath. When you think you have thought, observe the breath. But between thoughts, there is always a moment of gap. The silence is there between thoughts. And that tends to slowly increase and increase for a regular practice of meditation. And many times, because we go into timelessness, meaning you transcend time and meditation, many times you may not even know that you went through a patch of thoughtlessness. So the best is never to even try to figure out whether it went thoughtless or not. Instead, then you ask yourself and say, okay, why am I doing meditation? You're not doing meditation to go into thoughtlessness. That's what happens. Instead, you're intuitively that has to result towards some benefit into you in your wakeful life. Just look for those clues. Maybe you're becoming less reactive. Maybe you're a lot more calmer. Maybe you're enjoying those some moments that you were otherwise not enjoying before. Now you're enjoying that more, right? There's more peace of mind. Maybe even for that 1 hour, you're very, very joyful for whatever. So there are those things that you start observing, and that's where that self-assessment we sent last week is important, because in the week 3, you're going to assess yourself again to see what changes did has take place in my life. And then those, I'm sure if they're sincerely practicing meditation, even if you attend 80% of the sessions in 3 weeks, that means if you attend 15 plus sessions in 3 weeks and more, then I'm sure you will notice some difference in you when you answer those questions of the self-assessment. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Hi, Aruna madam. Yes, madam.
Namaste, sir. Namaste, everyone.
Namaste. Yes.
Yes, sir. Meditation is now part of my life, sir. Every day, a day starts with that. Yes, sir.
Appreciate people on the screen.
Yes, sir. I'm very, very grateful, and I'm fortunate to just to connect with Buddha CEO and you all masters. So I feel so proud to see the growth and enlightenment happening in her life. And every day what sharings we listen to, that is giving more and more inspiration to me. So, and the greatest inspiration is here with me in my home.
Who is that?
Yes, sir. Shirisha, I'm proud mother of Shirisha B. Reddy. Yes. So actually I came into meditation through her. So usually the parents bring the children to this path, but it's the reverse in my case. So I had inspired by her transformation or the growth or the happiness what I saw in her. So the analytical mind has changed to something what the best I can do for others. The thought process what it changed, the transformation which I saw, that pulled me. And actually she was seeing my what I am going through. So she was suggesting, no, it is the meditation is the only solution for anything. So it will definitely help you, like that. When she said, and actually looking at the true transformation, yes, I also joined to this meditation, and the journey goes on. So I'm like so grateful for everything, and every day feeling like doing more and more, and seeing her this one both in her workplace and here, she is able to do so much. That is only because of meditation, which I can say, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes, you ought to be proud. My younger brother brought meditation to everybody. He taught my parents, just like your beautiful daughter, very thoughtful daughter, Sirisha, taught meditation to you all. Then from there, meditation spread to whole family. So times have changed now. They're all reversed. Yogis are born everywhere, and so they are the ones who are teaching, spreading meditation. We're all yogis, but some have realized it much sooner than later. And so there are some have walked the path much longer in their previous lifetime, so they are there. But whatever it is, we are learning from our children, which is a statement always true. We're always learning from our children, even meditation also. In meditation, we recognize that we are there, the children are there for us to learn everything. Children otherwise come with their own life, design, and they do. But they are there in our life because every person is in our life because for us to learn. With children, learn a lot more. And in your case, something beautiful happened. Meditation. In any case, thank you, madam. The cause of the meditation, where we learn doesn't matter. Eventually, we are ever grateful to them, but then we have our own purpose. They simply become a trigger in our life, but then beyond that, it is us. I look forward to this project that you're leading, Project Energize, to introduce meditation to youngsters graduating. And so please talk about that project.
Yes, sir. This was always my passion too, and it got connected here. So I always feel that youngsters, when they've given the true values and true knowledge, so that is the greatest gift what one can give to the society. It's not only that they will take care of themselves, their families, and also the people around. So this is a great initiative from Buddha CEO, that we want to empower the youngsters through meditation. It is not religious, it is empowering thing that anybody can learn easily. See, this is the real example that usually we feel meditation is for at the old age. Even recently I was talking to one of my friend. She was telling, now I'm going to retire in another 2 years, then I can come to meditation. But many people will think so. But the real example is in front of me. Just like that, anybody, even a child, can do wonders. That is, they can be benefited from the meditation, and especially the youngsters and that undergraduate students are just graduating. So they will get a clarity what they are supposed to do and what is their passion, what is their purpose. So from the beginning, if they are able to incline to that and do their work or pursue their careers, so they can do wonders. It's like both materialistic and also the spiritual way. Where like serve, they can serve more and more people along with their inner satisfaction and happiness. So that is why we are aiming at 100,000 students to empower from Buddha CEO. So I am so grateful for this opportunity to take lead of this project. So I request all, anyone, we want to approach the institutions and we want to spread this meditation to all of them. So please connect with us, whomever you feel that even the institution leaders, organization leaders, whom you feel that this can be a great helpful, and especially who are practicing since long, we know the benefit, and let us take it forward. Please connect with us, and we are very happy to spread this meditation to all the students.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. More so definitely after listening to Renika's story.
Yes.
So much strength is required. So much mental strength is required to go through anything like this when it's nothing could be in your control at all. Right. All right, friends. So thank you all for joining. We'll of course know about this project called Project Energize, that Aruna Madam will come at an appropriate time during this program to talk about some material that we have put together and how we reach out to graduate and undergraduate students in imbibing, at least first learn about meditation and then take a long-term program in a way that transforms them and utilize it greatly in their entire life. So we'll talk through that. But then if you know of a college and you want this to be introduced, first we're starting this as a project intensely with a specific steps in it in Bangalore and around area. And we're going to start there also soon in Visakhapatnam and around area. These two places we're going to start off as a prototypes to see that intensely in a short period of time, we're able to give this meditation to many, many colleges and students. So we'll do that. So we'll come back with more information on this. But if you know of a college, you can please do reach out to Aruna Madam, and then through a facilitator, you can get to her. Thank you all. Thank you all and have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you all masters for joining. See you all again tomorrow.
Thank you. I want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 'Cause I'm so grateful. So grateful. Oh, grateful. I'm so grateful. So I want to say thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this
Everybody, thank you.
healing, this healing